Now let's talk about my NFL team, the Indianapolis Colts. Let's talk about their future and what their season would look like going forward. Um, Now I feel like we had a really good draft. I was happy with what Chris Ballard did and the players that he drafted, the positions that he drafted, and I really feel like we had probably a top three draft. Now, with us getting the quarterback that I wanted in Anthony Richardson, yes, Anthony Richardson is a project, but I feel like any NFL rookie is a project going into their rookie season because one, you're drafting these guys off of what they can become. You know, all NFL GMs have a vision for the guy that they want. And we have a vision that Anthony Richardson will become the quarterback that we think that he can become, and if he puts all these all these little pieces together, he can. I really feel like he has top five quarterback upside. You know, um, for the players that we got and at the positions that we got them at, us getting Josh Downs in round three at pick 79, I feel like that was a major steal. I didn't expect him to be there at all. But when you have receivers on the outside like Alec Pierce and Michael Pittman who are 6 foot, trees, and then you just add a 5'9" receiver in the slot who's an easy target for Richardson to choose. It just makes things easier for Richardson. And us bringing over Shane Steichen, we seen what Shane Steichen has done with Jalen Hurts, and I feel like Anthony Richardson, who is a quarterback in the build of Jalen Hurts, I feel like he can do things that Jalen Hurts has done. Now, granted, he has only started 13 games. Yes, that's a big thing. And you had this list of NFL quarterbacks who have started, only 13 games or around that number, and have started but didn't succeed in the NFL. Now, it's quarterbacks like Trubisky, Mark Sanchez, and you know, I feel like Anthony Richardson for the interviews that he has done, for the interviews that I've watched, he's the type of guy that he loves the game of football. He wants to be out there on the field every single day, getting better, and I feel like that's all we need. When you have a quarterback that wants to put in the work to be great, you know, and accept the coaching, I feel like he will result. I mean, the results will show on the field, and he will turn out to be one of the greats. Also, us getting Blake Freeland in the third round. I mean, excuse me, in the fourth round. Offensive tackle from BYU, who Mel Kiper said is the most athletic tackle in the draft. It just it's just another piece that we needed. And if Blake Freeland can become the type of tackle that we need him to be, play him on the left side with Quentin Nelson, um, or just an injury replacement. Right now, Braden Smith is dealing with an injury, so Blake Freeland is getting the first team reps at right tackle. And then also Darius Rush in the fifth round at pick 138. I felt like we were gonna take Darius Rush where we got Blake Freeland at, but for him to still be there in the fifth round, I was more than happy in the direction that we went with getting Blake Freeland first, and then still ending up with Darius Rush. Another lengthy corner. We gave up Stephon Gilmore in the offseason to Dallas, and now we've brought in two rookie corners through the first 5 rounds with Darius Rush and Julius Brents. And we still have Isaiah Rodgers and Kenny Moore. So I'm really excited for what these young guys can do, and the type of players that they can become. And also we drafted Evan Hall, a rookie running back from Northwestern, who is basically our Naheem Hines replacement. We traded Hines in last year's trade deadline to the Buffalo Bills, and now, we draft a rookie running back in Evan Hall, who's a great pass catcher out the backfield, and you can also run downhill. Now, I feel like our ceiling is probably 10 wins, and that's if I feel like Anthony Richardson doesn't even have to do the outstanding. He doesn't have to. He just has to do his job. With us, probably more than likely gonna have a heavy RPO system in a run option game with JT in the backfield. I feel like it's just gonna make things easier for Richardson because it's just pick and choose pretty much. Now Richardson has ran some option offense at Florida, but once he recognizes defenses better, he recognizes the protection that he needs. I feel like things would just get much easier for him, and he doesn't get better at at these things unless he's out there playing. So um, we know he's gonna have preseason, but preseason really isn't much. And I believe Richardson will be our week 1 starter. And my prediction for Richardson, if he is the week 1 starter, I feel like he can really uh become the offensive rookie of the year. He will, especially if we're able to get these 10 wins, because with the quarterbacks that have been drafted in this year's draft, you have CJ Stroud go to the Texans and Bryce Young go to the Panthers. Neither of those teams are as complete as the Colts are right now. Um, Probably the one that you can compare to the most is the Panthers, but I feel like with the weapons that we have compared to what they have, I feel that the Colts offensive weapons are much better than the guys out there in Carolina. Now and that's just easier for Richardson because he's able to rely on these guys. He just has to give them the ball, and they'll make the plays after, make him look good. Now, um I feel like our floor is probably only 5 wins, but at the same time, I won't mind those 5 wins because we will more than likely have a top 8 pick. But my thing is, like, if we do get a top 8 pick and we have another unsuccessful season of not getting to the playoffs, my thing is, like, are these Colts fans going to hate on Anthony Richardson and want us to draft a quarterback, um a quarterback like Drake May or Caleb Williams? We'll probably have to trade up depending on the position and all that. But my like there's no reason for us to throw hate on Richardson because, like I said, he is a project. You can't expect this guy to go in there and get you 13 wins right away. Now, if he does that, he does that. He's just he's just confident. He took the coaching in well, and he played well. But if we have another unsuccessful season, it's no reason to throw hate on Richardson because going into the season, we know we know that we're not, you know, a playoff caliber team. We're not viewed as that. So, like I said, if it happens, it happens. Obviously, me being a Colts fan and me knowing the type of players that we have, the coaches that we have brought in, I feel that we can become that type of playoff team because one, our schedule it's not that hard. We're playing the NFC South teams like the Buccaneers, the Saints, the Falcons, and also the Panthers. We play the Texans twice. We play the Rams, so our schedule isn't that hard. That's why I said our floor is 10 wins. Although Anthony Richardson has only started 13 games. Now, regardless, like I said, regardless of the type of season that we have, is no reason to throw hate on Anthony Richardson because I feel like this season, if we do have that type of 5-1 season, it would just be a test run season. Anthony Richardson he's made for our future. The kid's he just turned 21, so he's very young, and you know we drafted Richardson based off what he can become in the next 2 to 3, 4 seasons, and if if he shows out and plays well in his rookie season, that's fantastic. But part of me does want that top 8 pick just so that we can will more than likely be drafting a top offensive tackle, or we'll be getting an offensive weapon. But also the other part of me does want me to get to the playoffs, just so that these fans don't ruin Anthony Richardson's confidence. He doesn't seem like the type of guy who will feed into the social media stuff and let these comments and negative takes bring him down. But you never want to see those things be talked about, especially for a rookie. You know, so I'm very excited for the things that we can do going forward. Regardless of what type of season we have. I'm just real excited for Anthony Richardson. I'm just really happy that we end up getting him and not Will Levis. Now, maybe Will Levis will make me eat those words, but I really feel that we got. I feel that Anthony Richardson will become the best quarterback out of this class.